Okay, so today I'll be showing the Panavia Tornado, and we're going to be using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. So first thing, we just tear it in half. We only need half a page to make this, so you can make two with one page. So just in case you mess one up, you can always go back and make another one. Okay, so first we have to measure 3 inches and off of the long side. Let me see. Okay. So just make a mark for yourself, and then you fold that. Then check to make sure it's good, and then measure 5 inches off this side, make a mark, and then fold. So once you check and it's 5 inches, then you should be good. So this is what it should look like. Now fold it in half the other way. Now we measure 12 millimeters off of this side right here. 12 millimeters. And then we just measure 12 millimeters again. Then you take scissors and cut up to that point. So I'm trying to show you the camera. Like that. Next we just slide the scissors underneath these little pockets. Then we open this up like this, and then we fold down this tab all the way. And then we remake the fold. Make sure it's nice and flat. Now we measure 8 millimeters off of this edge. And then off of this edge right here. So we're gonna measure 8 millimeters off of that corner. Now we just fold that, connecting those 2 points. So like that. Next we will fold these tabs over, but we'll leave some space right here. Now we're going to take this part, and we're going to make a crease that connects this and this. So we're just gonna fold up to that bottom corner and then fold up to this intersection here. And you can use tape for this. I'm just going to use glue this time. But yes, you can use tape. Doesn't matter. Tape is easier to use actually. I just don't really feel like rolling out a big roll of tape for this. Okay, it's taking a while. Sorry if that was off camera, but you're just sticking these parts down, basically. That's all. You can use tape for it, like I said. Okay, now we measure 1 inch from this this corner, because this is going to be the nose. So we just want it 1 inch. And now we make our crease. So it's going to meet up at that 1 inch part. And then towards the back here, we just leave a little bit of space right there. You don't have to measure it, just leave some space behind. So about that much. Then you just recreate the fold on the other side. Now we make a fold that goes from this corner and meets at the middle, at the halfway point of this tab. So it doesn't really have to be the exact middle, you don't have to measure it, just get it around the middle. And you'll see what I mean once I finish. That was not a good angle for me. Hold on. So I'm just folding this up and matching it with the other side. And you can see the part towards the nose is like about that much of space left. Doesn't have to be exact, just get it around there. Okay, so now we just open this up for now, and then there's a crease right here. I'm just gonna highlight it. So there's that crease. Yeah, so just measure about 3/8 of an inch up along this part, and I'll show you right now. So that's about 3/8 of an inch. Hold on, let it focus. But yes, now you want to make a cut that's perpendicular to that to this crease right here. So you just want to start the cut there and end it on that crease. So you can just fold that back and then remake the wing folds like this. So when you open it, you'll have these straight lines now. Alright. So now we're going to measure 3/4 of an inch along this this line, this edge. You know, make a cut that's perpendicular to that edge. And I don't have a measurement for how far you should cut it, so I'll just finish cutting it and then I'll show you guys. So about that much of a cut is needed. And then you just fold that to that corner up at the top, like this. Basically, if this is almost reaching that edge underneath, then you did it right. So if it's almost there. Next, we're going to measure 1¼ of an inch, 1.25 inches, and then you fold this and match it up to that marking like this. Then of course you match it to the other side. So that's what you should have right now. Next we're going to unfold these, and then we're going to measure 3/8 of an inch from this corner up. So like this. And now you just make a cut and angle it at the angle of the wings. So hold on, let me just get more comfortable here. Okay. So this is, I don't have any measurements for this, so this is on you. But basically I'm just cutting this at the correct angle. This might take some trial and error, but if you follow approximately what I did there, like this much, then it should be good. Don't cut it all the way, just until this part meets, just until it reaches this part right here. Okay, now we can go ahead and glue down these small tabs up here. Alright, now we fold down the wings using these 2 points as guides. So we're going to take this and fold it down. And now you can fold this either back to make your wings look like the swept wings of the plane, like this, or you can make them like this so that they're extended. For the sake of the tutorial, I'm just gonna make them extended because I feel like it's what most people would want anyway. So there's no measurement for this either, just find the angle of the wing and fold it. Doesn't matter if you get it wrong the first time, you can just unfold it because it's not going to be finalized until you glue it down anyway, so it's fine. So that's pretty good, I feel like, and I'm going to do the same here. And sorry if I'm rushing here, but I just don't want the video to be too long. So I'm just kind of skipping over the easier parts. But yes, the second wing is going to be harder because oftentimes the fold underneath is going to start to shift like this right here. See how it's moving? So I just have to realign it. It's pretty annoying, but it'll work. Okay. So now that you have the folded wings like this, you can either tape like right here. So you can tape here and here, or you can just do this and glue it down. And yeah, those are the wings. So one thing left, just trim up here, just trim it a little bit. Now you have the realistic wings. Okay. Next, we're going to make 2 cuts right here and here, like this. So we're gonna have this. Next, we measure 15 millimeters along this point. So about that much. And then we make a fold that goes like this. Use a flat surface for this because it can be a little weird. I think that should be good. Hopefully it is, actually. I don't know. Looks a little bit too slanted, honestly. But if yours is too slanted right now towards the back, you can just readjust it a little bit. It's not that big of a deal. The creases won't be seen anyway, so you can just realign this if you really want to. It felt like I kind of made it a little different. But yes, usually 15 millimeters is good, so you can trust that. Next, we cut this edge parallel to this little line, and we make it meet the fuselage behind it, so like this. So now we have the stabilizer shaped. All that's left is make a cut up here, and then that's the stabilizer. Okay. Need these scraps out of here. Okay. Now we take these tabs on both sides and fold them over. Like that. And then we invert them. Then we cut off this excess back here, so out of a shot, sorry. Okay, just finish that part if there's some leftovers like mine. Okay, that should be good. Now we're gonna bring this up. We're gonna make these folds again, and now this first fold down will meet at this intersection right here. So I'll show you. Hold on. So it's going to meet at that corner right there underneath. It's out of focus. And then we want this new crease to be parallel to this down here. Since I rushed, mine is kind of sloppy, but take your time with this and it'll look much better. So I'm just doing this quickly for the tutorial, but you should take your time with this because it'll look much better. Anyway, now we're going to use this little intersection down here as a reference point to fold this up. and then this, the angle at which this is folded is on you, but this is how I usually do it. There's no set measurement for this, so do it as you please. And then match it up with the other one. Okay. And now we take this and fold it back down. And we match up. Well, we don't match anything up, we just take the halfway point of this tab and use that as a guide point. Same thing as over here, you don't have to be exactly at the halfway mark, just near it. And then make sure this crease is parallel with this one. Okay. Next we're just going to take this and flip it over underneath. Just like that. And now we're going to fold this small tab down to that crease. And we're going to fold this small tab onto that same crease. And this will help lock the stabilizers in place so they don't fall apart or anything. So now when you open this up, you'll see that we have the shape of the plane ready, and we're nearing the end of it. So if done properly, this will look a little bit cleaner, it'll look nicer. Hopefully there's not as much space between the stabilizers and your wings like on mine is. If you take your time with the right measurements, you'll be fine. You can trust those measurements. It's just that since I was rushing, it kind of just made it a little different. But yeah, now we just open this up, bring this to the inside. You know, since I'm using glue, I'm just gonna do it like this because it's a little more safe like that. Alright. Next we take this, actually, I should have done this earlier, but we take this, match them up, and we make a small cut right there. And an even smaller cut right here at the corner, so it's a little nicer looking. Next we will glue this right here. These tabs, you just want them to be glued to the wings so that the plane stays together, you know. Now we're going to make a small cut right here on this edge on both sides at the same time. So find about the 1/3 of the way into this. No measurement here. And then you just kind of cut that slightly. Because then we just want to roll this part down. So that will give it that realistic shape there. And just shape it until you're satisfied with that. Okay, now Oh, that came off. I have to let this dry, but I'm not going to do that now. So we're going to make a fold that meets this little corner right there, like that, and then leave some space here. No measurement needed, because as long as you have some space left over, it'll be perfectly fine. And now we want to make another fold that'll reach the very point of the plane. And then you can glue this. Now I'm just going to put something heavy over it and let it dry, because that part needs to dry. Okay, it should be good now. And then we just bring this down like that, the whole plane. And then we're going to kind of shape this similar to this. It's a little difficult because this might tear, especially if you're not used to it, but you can just tape it down if it does, so don't worry too much about it. But that's basically what we want. And you gotta fight it, because it doesn't want it to be folded like that. You can take your scissor and then just like flatten it out with that. And if you're using tape, then just tape this, like add 3 pieces of tape right here, one right here, one right here. Then add a big piece of tape wrapped around the nose. But if you're using glue, you just have to kind of add it all around this border. Don't add any to the inside, because that'll make this next step a little, like, it'll make it way harder. Okay, so now we can kind of open these up and then glue them together or tape them. Next, we just open up this. And this is the step, so this is why you didn't want to put glue like at the bottom, because then you wouldn't be able to do this. So just round that off, and you'll be pretty much done with the plane at that point. So yeah, you can straighten everything out and stuff. And this one isn't very good. This one in particular doesn't look too good compared to some of the other ones that I've made. But that's just because I rushed it for the sake of the tutorial. So yeah, if you're confused, just pause, I guess, and rewatch it. But yeah, that's pretty much the Panavia Tornado. So let me just get one of my better ones here. I think this one's pretty good. You can see how the space between the wings and the stabilizer is different than on this one. Because this one was made, I mean, it was made with the same measurements, it's just that I rushed this one. Yeah, you can see this one's better. And for the swept wing version, you can fold the wings back instead, and you'll get this. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope it helped.